Which way is my head end of this? You work it out, lad.
And that's it. That's the head end.
Yeah, I want to do that way up. I'll have to attach that back off. Wounded. Didn't put it on last time.
Welcome back. It's been a while. And it's that time of year again. October means one thing. Oktobercamp. Now these two lads are pitching and they're off for some exercise. I'm going to be exercising my right to drink beer on my chair. I'll have a little low-level walk, but we're back in Sykeside, the spiritual home of Oktobercamp. 70-mile-an-hour winds forecast early in the morning. Storm Ashley. I'm in the Lanshan 2. I've got a backup tent, so we've got a bit of a mix of tents here. Matt's on his way. Banshee 200. Paul's in a Banshee. Vango Banshee 200. Oh, Blade. Yeah. We've ditched the shelter of the wall, as you can see. I'll turn you around. We were going there, but the ground is very shallow, so we're struggling to get the pegs in. So this is it. Bit of exposure. Lanshan 2, 4-season inner. See what happens. So that's it. It's the new version of the Lanshan 2 with a 4-season inner. Anyone that's got the previous version, this is the new one. It's got a T-zip. That's it. It's like an upside down letter T. Bit more versatile, gives you a few different options in various different weather situations. Got the old footprint down under there, and it should be good. It's going to be funny tonight because I don't know whether this tent is going to stand up. We've got a bit of a wall behind us, but whether or not it saves us from what's coming later, I don't know. 60-mile-an-hour gusts. It's not the kind of tent really which you put in those conditions, but we're on a campsite, so it's an experiment only. Some new bits which I haven't had a chance to use. It's the Max Pump 3 by Flextail Gear. Also doubles up as a handy light, so that's quite nice, really powerful, and quite a different design. New mat, 4-season, budget ends of the range by Light Tour. It's got a nice high R value. I'll flash it up below and put obviously details and links in the description. And a new bag by Thermarest, a new sleeping bag that's not going to be out until January next year. It's the Boost 650. Extreme rating of -6, and it's down filled, so I'm trying that out tonight. I was going to put a mat down first, but I'm just going to go straight with this. I was going to use one of those foam mats, the closed cell foam. Yeah, it's good to be back in the Lake District. It's good to be back inside a tent. I haven't had a chance to do anything. Bit of an injury to my neck and shoulder with a trapped nerve. And a combination of other factors which has just meant I cannot get outdoors. I've got no time, so yeah, it's really overdue, so I'm looking forward to it. We'll get this inflated, we'll get the bag out, and then we'll have a few beers. Walshy and Paul are off for a quick jaunt up to Priest's Hole, and I'm just going to wait here for Matt and just chill out just because of the old injury situation. But yeah, it's still good to be back in the Lake District. So yeah, it's the Boost 650 and this is the -6 version. Now, I've been using a quilt for a couple of years now. I love the way it's not very restrictive, but the sort of main feature of this is there's got this internal baffle with a zip, and I've got it undone now, and it makes the bag a little bit more rectangular in shape. Now the thought behind it is when you zip this up, you gain a few more degrees in warmth of the bag. It stops that heat loss from this section here, albeit at the expense of a bit of width, and it sort of forms a more traditional mummy shaped bag. So at the moment it's pretty rectangular, and that's what I like, so I'm going to leave it like this, and I will save my thoughts on it for a future video. But you've also got these zips here on the arm stroke shoulder area each side, and you can put your arms through that so you can sit up when you're making your brew in the morning, and you've still got dexterity, use of your arms, your hands to make your brew or whatever you're doing in your tent, whilst obviously still remaining nice and warm. It's got a nice generous hood, very nice quality, and obviously in terms of the down, it's all ethically sourced, so there's no issues whatsoever in that regard. So that is it. The pump also doubles as a handy light, albeit I've got mine, but I'm just very mindful of putting too much in the tent, and if we've got a 3 AM disaster, we'll just chuck it all in the car and we'll probably sleep in the car and see this one out. That's better. A few extra layers on, getting in the proper Oktobercamp spirit of things now. I'll turn you around and show you the beers. There's a fair selection. That's not including Matt's. He's going to bring quite a lot, but have a look at this. I think we're well equipped for tonight. We've got the staple of Halloween. This is, I think it's King Goblin, yeah. They've changed it, it's purple. Threw me a bit. But yeah, it's a nice stronger version of Hobgoblin, which is very nice. We've got 2 Heathens, 2 Northern Monk Transients, a nice session which we're going to have shortly. But I'm going to kick things off with this, the unofficial beer of Halloween, and what better environment to enjoy it than the Lake District National Park with a storm incoming. Good lads, and yeah, an interesting night to come.
Hello.
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 What's that?
Well, let me tell you, so Oktobercamp isn't about roughing it anymore in little Geller £30 tents. So my setup is in this new tent which I bought, and I've forgotten I bought because I drank some beer. And then the Google algorithm got me.
Is there a body in that?
There could be a body. There'll be
Small
a body in the
child.
tent. There'll be a body in the tent later. Anyway, so I've purchased this glamping tent. This is the Coleman Octagon.
The Octagon?
The Octagon, yeah. So I've seen this tent a few times. Really good. Never set it up, so we're going to make an attempt at setting it up the first time. Just using our pre-existing knowledge of setting up tents.
Yeah, no one needs instructions, man.
Don't need them.
Don't read that.
But we do want to set it up right because there's going to be like hideous gales in the night, so we need to make sure it's okay. So I'm going to set that up here.
The Octagon.
Glamping setup. It's got an actual door that you open.
Oh, right.
Opening door. Anyway, don't know too much about it other than watching a YouTube video. So we're going to set it up, set up the glamping setup, and then open a beer. I think that's what's called for.
We'll bring you back.
Yes.
When we can go into the Octagon. So we brought a portable power station, a smaller version, the AC70 by Bluetti, and we're going to see if we can power up Matthew's king size airbed. Take it in.
Those who watch the channel, you all know that I can camp in difficult situations, small tents and tarps. So to preempt some of the comments as why we've got a plug-in,
an absolute disgrace.
Plug-in king size airbed, I don't care. This is glamping.
Oh.
No, wait.
Oh.
Are we ready?
Go.
This is fantastic. I'm made up that you've brought that. Solved everything.
We're entering the Octagon for a tour. We've removed the shoes, and here we go.
Yes, we're shoeless.
Hello.
Shoeless in the Octagon. Oh, welcome.
Is this your Octagon?
Yes, it is. So
can you tell me about it?
I can. First thing you need to know about the Octagon,
yes,
is it's height-wise absolutely sensational. As a tall man,
let me try the bed. Does it fit heavy people?
Yes, please.
Oh.
Hey. Think of that.
Well, if it stays here, it'll be good. I just doubt you're going to be in Patterdale at 3 in the morning. I can't believe you've brought this. It's hilarious.
It's a house. This is glamping.
Shall I open a beer on the bed of the Octagon?
Please. Christen.
What if it explodes?
Christen the bed. Well, it might do because it's not chilled actually. So
Really?
let's do the slow one.
Oh. Cheers. Are you nervous with a beer on the bed of the Octagon?
Yeah. No, it's camping bed. Whee.
What I like, Matt, is the storage.
Yeah.
The various different storage options
Yeah.
for some spices.
Spices.
It's a
yeah,
spice
for your,
rack.
For your salt,
And
your
so
pepper,
your
your marjoram.
some utensils. We have a door here.
Yeah.
We have some midge netting,
Well, the
and
breeze that's
we can
flowing
stand
through
up in the Octagon.
it. Even you can.
Well, in the apex of the Octagon, yeah, look at that.
There's my bedside table.
It's a nice spongy floor.
You can get a
Very
carpet
nice.
for it, you know.
Can you?
You can get a full fitted carpet.
Goodness me.
And you can get a full, like, what do you call it, like a porch bit.
So this is how we roll here on MCM Outdoors. This is what Oktobercamp's become for some. If we look out the window of the Octagon, we can see the Lanshan, and we can see the direction of the prevailing wind. I'm not sure how that's going to stand up. It's actually going to be interesting for people and us because we're living it, but we're not going to give it away in the title. What's this going to look like come 7-8 o'clock in the morning? It could be horrific.
Could be.
Bits everywhere, bent poles,
Mountain rescue might be out.
Octagon in pieces, Matthew taking off. It's actually really good, so if it's lashing it down, but it's actually really good. It's actually really good, so if it's lashing it down. It's actually really good, so if it's lashing it. It's actually really good, so if it's lashing it down, we'll just close the doors and we'll hunker down. Here's the Octagon chandelier.
We'll see that in full action later.
Yeah.
Now, all we're missing, by the way, what I will say, I did have fairy lights that went around the bed, and I had a headboard.
A headboard?
Well, I had an actual headboard that I wanted to put on it. And then
Right.
I did have a rug, as in like a rug to put in here as well, but
This is
It's
the
getting a bit
funniest tent I've
OTT.
ever seen.
isn't it comfy though?
Yeah.
So as long as the blow up bed...
Where's the cellar? Is that under the bed? Just move that out of the way.
Well, glamping, Oktobercamp.
First beer, the Australia,
Standard.
going down well.
Day drinking beer, yeah.
Matthew's hat, we got it
Yeah.
for your 40th, didn't we?
Even? Yeah.
The Fjallraven.
I'm still in my 20s though.
Well,
We are.
here we go. This is the King Goblin.
So that's it's a 6.6er.
Yeah, may as well start, mightn't we?
Whoa.
There's no point delaying the inevitable. So, I'll just get out my Gerber multi-tool, which I've had for many years, with a handy bottle opener, whilst clenching it in between my knees. Hey, hey, hey. We'll look back over the years and see how we've aged.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a bit more grey down here than there was when we... What, 2004 or 6 was it our first one?
First Oktobercamp, 2006.
2006, that's nearly 20 years.
I think I said that, almost 20 years. The 20 years is going to be something special. Good giveaway.
Well,
We might have a group Oktobercamp with everyone.
An Octagon,
Give away an Octagon.
to me.
It's resembling Glasgow over there, isn't it? Look at this. I've got to show you the horrors.
It's a popular site.
It's because the top section is shut because they've re-turfed.
badgers are digging it up.
Yeah, it's the badgers.
So originally this was going to happen in my garden, which
Oh.
started as a bit of a trend.
Is Walshy and Paulie being rescued?
Hit his head in Priest's Hole.
Coast Guard 99.
So
Oh.
yeah. Where are we? Thanks for that.
Just ruined the audio.
I'll have to start again with that same conversation.
Carry on.
Yes. So originally, this was going to be. We talked about doing this in my garden again, which has become a bit of a strange tradition, like post-COVID, wasn't it, when nothing was open. So
Yeah.
we were originally going to do this in my garden, and the plan was I'd bought this particular tent, and we were going to have a full glamping setup with fairy lights and a porch and all kind of stuff going on. And then we've decided to come here instead, and we were just saying then, based on the views and the ambience, I know it's a busy campsite and stuff, but it's absolutely sensational views. Plus we've brought the Octagon, plus a full blow up bed. It's outrageous, isn't it? It's going to be a home from home with like the chandelier in it. So I'm made up. I'm glad we've come down here. I'm glad I've still brought the big tent. I'm absolutely confident it'll stand the weather. I've read the reviews. I'll give it a summary after we've stayed in it and let you know what I think of it. But in terms of comfort, family camping, so far, I'm more than impressed. You know what I mean? And you can get all attachments and stuff that come out of it. So, so far so good. I'm quite happy with that tent.
And to those that this might be the first video of our channel that you see, this is like an annual tradition. It's like Oktobercamp, take on Oktoberfest. We like beer and we celebrate Oktoberfest and twist it with camping and call it Oktobercamp. Don't we? We've done it every year. So content wise, it's always a bit weird, isn't it? To be honest, you know, talking absolute rubbish later. Situational beer reviews.
Well, I don't know where they
You have to look at the camera and not the screen. It's tough, isn't it, to remember that?
Well, I've got my
You have
glasses
to look
on.
at that. Yeah, you're Casey.
I'm alright.
Nice that style.
I was looking.
Well, yeah.
Good these do, please.
Situational beer reviews.
Yeah, we don't know where they started either, but this isn't the normal type of content you get from the channel, but it's a yearly tradition. Whatever's happening, whatever year, we've done this every single year as an annual tradition, and this is the 2024 version. So
Yeah,
we're here, we've got beer, and we've got a massive tent.
We just need the goat to come back.
Get the goat back.
What's he doing? They decided, they thought walking to Priest's Hole from here was a 2-hour round trip. I did try and tell them, but they wouldn't listen.
Well, anyway, they'll come back, we'll have some beer, and I believe we're barbecuing tonight.
We're barbecuing. Michael's brought the Weber Smoky Joe. He was a little bit concerned about the residue. He said there's a lot of residue build up. He was debating whether or not to jet wash the barbecue prior to coming. I'm not joking. It's been I've had voice notes. I'm genuinely.
Brilliant.
What should he do? I've just told him to bring charcoal and light the coal, and that'll be fine.
Yeah. I've
So
brought
that's
some
it.
sausages and some chicken.
Can't have
Just
enough of
throw
that.
on.
Yeah, so we'll be fine.
Yeah.
So we're open for a good night. Bit of a comedy element with the tents. There is a name storm. Ashley heading in, and we'll see how the Octagon and the Lanshan hold up.
Yeah.
And that's it. So we'll shut up. There'll be a lot of stuff on this, but we hope you just enjoy a bit of entertainment.
Just put it on in the background.
Not scripted.
Yeah.
Just deal with it, roll with it like we're doing, and see what happens. Here they are. Oh my god, here we go.
Oh.
He's laughing.
Yeah.
Look, genuinely unscripted. Here he is.
I've got a better camp blow bed like that.
Absolutely amazing.
It's called the Octagon. I'm not even joking. The Coleman Octagon. Have a little look inside there. It's got a chandelier and everything. That's Paul.
Paul, good to meet you.
Walshy's cousin.
Good to meet you.
I'd love to come up, but you're on your own.
Hey Walsh, you want to know the Everton score?
We know. Now.
Hey.
Winning.
Decent,
Right.
Watching it.
TL. Yeah. There's a bit of disturbance of the flange. Can you hear it making that noise?
I heard
It's a disturbed flange when you hear that.
What do we do then?
Well, you don't stand on that peg, I tell you that. That's one thing you don't do. Place the flange around the nozzle and then double click the P.
I'll give you a shout and straight away. Open her up. Is it open or is it closed valve thing? I think that's open. Let's see.
Here we go.
Don't want to get it dirty.
Just going to overlay some Chuckle Brothers music now. Whoop.
The open valve.
What did you say? Can you overinflate? Michael's asking, can you overinflate a sleep mat?
Feels alright that.
We can educate him. in the comments.
Come and feel it, see if it feels alright.
I'm not feeling you, Matt. You should know about this by now.
That's been about right or a bit more.
No, that's about right. Yeah,
He's in rough.
I know by looking at it.
When you're lying it, it's obviously firmer, isn't it?
Yep. You don't want to overinflate it, you'll separate the baffles. Have you ever had a separated baffle?
No.
What's that?
Oh, the old wind's picking up, Matt.
Hey, be alright. I have full faith. It's not full. By the Octagon. Everyone.
Not telling you.
This is a very nice Weiss beer. I've had lots of this before. I'm going to stop with the accent on that one.
Situational.
So we need a situational beer review. Hang on, I haven't tasted it yet. Okay, so I'm staying in someone's house and I don't know them very well. I know them, but I don't really know the rest of the family. So I'm staying at a friend's house and I'm a child now. And I've woken up and it's unfamiliar, and I've woken up in this house and I don't feel 100% comfortable.
But you're scared to go.
No, it's better than that. I've had my wee, even though I didn't know where the toilet was, and I've been given a breakfast. And because I'm in someone else's house, I've been given a different breakfast. Now, I'm used to having a Weetabix or a cornflake, and I've been given Pop-Tarts for breakfast. And I don't like the Pop-Tart because it's really hot and it's burnt my tongue. But I'm being polite with this breakfast. This beer to me encapsulates the taste and the feeling of a bit of a burnt tongue with the taste of a Pop-Tart, with politeness. But I'd be glad to get home and just have some Weetabix. That's the Weiss beer.
If you're wondering what that tastes like,
there you go.
There was a quick overview of the Weiss beer.
Weiss beer.
So I'm on the Mosaic Pale Ale by Neptune Brewery. So I've lost my taste buds probably now. Just ate loads of salt and pepper crisps as well. So, but I'll do my best. I'll do my best. So this is sort of a tropical coconutty one. So what I'd say what it takes me back to situationally is on the beach in Mallorca when the man comes round with the fruit and he goes, go melon, 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 pineapple, coconut, coconut, and you know, he's got his big blade. He starts.
What does he say?
Do you know what I mean? Yeah, cocomelon, 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 cocomelon. Yeah. So I'd say it takes me back to that, you know, and you just smell it and you get like a bit of pineapple, probably a bit of coconut. Yeah, I say that's where it takes me to, yeah. Just lots of fruit on the beach.
Have you ever been sat on a sandy beach or a tall cliff surrounded by trees and a beautiful woman or a person approaches you and thinks, what a good looking man, and you think, wow, what a good looking woman? That's what this beer tastes like, and I think that's what they named it, Amore. Or Birra Moretti if you expand it a little bit. It's crisp and beautiful and pure. But the pleasure won't last long because everything ends in the toilet.
This is some of the finest content on YouTube.
This is it.
The Puritans will be
absolutely
unsubscribing and horrified. Look at these morons.
We're sorry.
How dare they?
We're really sorry.
You don't talk about the scenery. You sit there and mess around.
Look, we're sorry. It's a short video. Put it on in the background.
It's not going to be short, Matt. I'm not editing it. It'll be about 40 minutes long.
Put it in.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll get the dips.
Yeah.
Bring out the crisps. It's time for crisps and dips. Bring out the dips. Michael's a little bit tired. Go on, bring the table round. That plate's going to catch fire.
Sorry.
It's all over. Look at this hideous
Get him
bun.
in the fire. Get him in the fire. Oh, these are nice and cold. There's a ice pack in there for no one's cold beer. It's working absolutely.
Well, good morning from the Lanshan 2, and this is Storm Ashley as it hits our location here in the Lake District. Decent night, didn't get much sleep because of the noise. I forgot my earplugs and a bit too much beer to mess the old sleep up. In terms of the bag, well, it's nice. I've just unzipped it because I'm going to start making some prep to de-kit. Yeah, it's held up well, you know, with the trekking poles. They're very robust, very rigid. It's not like a normal tent pole, so they do take a bit of a beating. And I've secured the guy lines in the side of the tent, which is facing the brunt of the wind, and it looks to have held. Main issues the rain and trying to get back to the car and stay as dry as possible, but yeah, you know, we've got a little bit of shelter, so it's not too bad. It is set to intensify, so don't want to hang around too long and then potentially risk damaging something. So I don't even think I'm going to get a brew on. We're going to go to Monty's in Bowness and get a nice breakfast. So yeah, but we survived the onslaught, and it's good fun. It's always nice to be tested in the elements. So in terms of this mat, I've been using Thermarest mats for many years, and I was asked, do you want to try it? And again, sometimes there's a misconception that you're obligated to say something positive. I'm not. I don't need any more mats, so I don't care whether someone says I'm not sending you anymore. It has no bearing on my life, but I'm always interested to see what's it like, because this is a more budget friendly alternative. It's not as thick as some of the other mats I've got, but in terms of, you know, being comfortable on the ground, I was comfortable on the mat. Felt quite warm, maybe not as warm as the R value would have you make out, but it certainly wasn't cold, and there's some quite cold ground at this time of year. So there's a little spider hitching a ride. If you're on a budget and you're looking to extend your camping into the colder months of the year, I would say this isn't a bad choice, and check it out. I'll leave links in the description below. Sometimes when you put your hand on a mat, especially with the higher R values, you can almost instantaneously feel the heat being radiated back, and that's the case with this one. So packs down small, comes with a pump sack. You know, I've obviously used the pump for this one, but yeah, check it out. It's time to get away because it's absolutely grim.
Octagon survived. Don't think. Oh, the door's flapping open.
Oh God!
Head over.
Jesus! Oh. The Octagon. Need to zip mine up. It's gnarly weather. That's fine, isn't it? I couldn't sleep because of the noise. I don't know about you.
I had earplugs in.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Excellent.
Right.
For the doubters, I'll get my tent down and packed up. I can't help till mine's down.
Now I'm going to start zip. I'm not going to undo any guys until
we're all on
I'm
hand.
ready. Yeah.
Right, alright.
Right, you do you. I'll tell Walshy.
Alright, this makes you feel alive. Good for you. MSR's doing well. Hubba hubba. The blade.
Oh yes, it's been fabulous.
The Octagon.
Octagon. I'd recommend it.
Would you?
Quite vile, isn't it? Hey, I would recommend it. However, not when there's a storm. Go into something you can take.
Right. We're going into Bowness for a breakfast. I'll speak to you in there, Matt.
Yeah.
Take it easy. Oktobercamp 2024 done. It's going to collapse. That's it. Another year, another messy camp. Thanks for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it. Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, great time, yeah.
Enjoy it.
Yes, thank you.
So there you go. We'll see you on the next one. Take care.